So in California, you know, they were about my peers, the same age. They were good kids. It was a good experience, and then it led me to be able to take classes for free at the Pierce Community College, and I was able to take a class called Health and Fitness. And from there, if you would take her class, and if she liked you, she would recommend 2 people out of the whole class to audition for a job down at Universal Studios in Studio City. So I worked and I worked. Remember, you guys, this was before fitness was a deal. I mean, I think maybe Suzanne Summer, maybe Olivia Newton-John. But I always say, you know, they put, in those days, the fitness, you were putting your thong, not between your toes. You wear the thong on the outside of your leotard. Attractive, right? So, if she liked. So I started and I worked and you would take, and there was no choreographed music. I didn't know anything about teaching fitness, but guess what? Nobody knew anything about teaching fitness. So I worked, I auditioned for the class, and my instructor loved me. She was able to get me into Universal Studios down right by Hollywood, and I started, and she got me the job teaching down there. Again, that was teaching classes, and like I said, it's high impact, high knees, leg warmers on, intense, beat it up. And I was still chubby. In my eyes, I was still overeating and over-exercising, because that was my vice. I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs, and thank God, because with all the stress of the Sheldon deal, I did not, you know, I'm very thankful I didn't go to those vices, but food is a vice that is really abundant, and that was my vicious vice was food, and then just trying to exercise all the food off of me, and that didn't work well, and it didn't, you know, the whole illusion of Hollywood. I was emerged, you know, surrounded with the illusion of beauty, and then when I got into Universal Studios, you know, you soon realize how this big, beautiful set is really, you know, a small set. It's not what it looks like to the eyes of behind the screen. You know, Sylvester, I won't say less, but he was on set when I was there. I mean, they make the door smaller so he appears larger. If you look on their backside, they have a whole bunch of, you know, bobby pins and clothespins, and it's all an illusion. So my brain, and I was never up to my illusion of being as beautiful as, you know, Hollywood. So I was down in teaching and working. I would teach and teach and teach. I was trying to get out of living in a bedroom, you know, not even a bedroom. I had a bed in a living room that she sat in a chair all the time. There was no privacy. But how to get the start? So I had my start. I would go home and I would cry myself to sleep. I'd teach so many classes, and I was still doing volleyball on the off season. I coached there 2 years, but then I was making an impact, and some of these celebrities would then want to personal train. This was before personal training was even personal training. I started personal training out of survival to make the money without continuing to beat my body up. It hurt.